This is Echoes in Time. We have a primitive skills gathering. We've got brain tanning, flint knapping, we've got gourd work, we've got blacksmiths, we've got bowyers building bows, arrow making.
Then you just place the knot against the shaft, wrap it over once, and you hold it with tension, and then you're ready to throw.
We bring a number of instructors from around the area to one place, and then invite students to come register and participate in early living skills or primitive skills.
I've always wanted to learn how to blacksmith, but I had no idea how cool it really was. Definitely found a new activity. It's addicting. It's so, I mean, clearly it's so useful. This was yesterday just a rod, you know, like from a old piece of farm equipment, and now it's a knife which I'll file down and be as good as, you know, like a normal store-bought knife, you know.
In the 90s, I liked to go camping with pre-1840 style, so I wanted something period that I could do around the camp, and we'd get like a 10-day rendezvous. Spin it, and work this twist up into the yarn, up into the sheep's wool. And if you don't drop it a whole bunch of times, you're not normal. Everyone at all they're learning, they do a lot of dropping. I guess it's a good reason for calling it a drop spindle.
You learn how to make belts, and then it kind of makes you wonder when like the material's like so cheap, why would you want to go to the mall when they're charging like, you know, anywhere from $10 to like $25 for a belt, and this is just like this string is like $1 or less. And then you learn something new and you walk away with that knowledge too.
This is a brain tanning class here. These pants are brain tanned. They're a little dirty right now, and it doesn't matter. I go down in the river and wash them, and they come out nice and clean. This is a deer, and he's about at least a third smaller right now than he would be if he was finished. We take this hard thing and mix it up with some brains and a solution of water, and this is brains and water with a little bit of smoke added to it. And you mix the hide in there and work it until it came completely soft and limp. And then what she's going to do is she's going to scrape it with a scraper, and what that will do is catch any of the epidermis, the outer skin that's on the animal, and make sure that that's off. It's also hydraulically going to force the solution through the hide and help open up all the fibers that are in there. Then they'll take it off and begin these different processes of exercising it. And they really can't stop and let it dry on its own or go back to being hard like it was in the beginning.
I did it all day yesterday too, so about
really?
8 hours of just doing this and then moving over to the cable and doing it there.
Oh yeah, that looks nice and soft too.
Yeah, when they get to be in this condition, holes and all, then they're ready for smoking. And what the smoke does is it keeps the hide, the chemicals in there will encapsulate all the lethargen from the brain around each individual fiber and allow air spaces to exist between them. Oh, I'll tell you, every ancestor on Earth, of everybody that lives here now, somebody back there has done this type of thing, and we're just continuing it. And there's no reason not to. If I wanted a nice pair of clothing to walk around on, I could rely on for several years with hardly any repair at all, it'd be these.
I'm going to take a little bit longer flake, so I'm going to have a little bit more of an angle on it. Now, even though this is not a glassier obsidian, and it's fairly thin, but it's still, you know, if you were to cut yourself, it'd cut clear to the bone. You know, and so obsidian is very, very sharp.
Why are you interested in doing this?
I believe that civilization is going to collapse in my lifetime, so I'm learning these skills so that when it does, I'll be able to thrive.
2 sticks together. This is the spindle and this is the hearth, and when you rub them together, it produces all this char. And that char falls into this little notch here, and that forms your ember. So You put a little piece of bark or whatever underneath to catch the ember you're hopefully going to make. Just take your spindle, twist it into the bow like so. And then you just back and forth. You can go fairly slowly to start with if you want, but after a while you just get used to doing it faster. And when your little pile is smoking profusely all of its own, you have an ember. Well, everyone panics at this stage, but if I leave this alone, it'll smolder away for a couple minutes. So it gives you time, if you weren't prepared, to gather up your tinder bundle and whatnot. But you can see it glowing away there. See what happens. That's good for you. Getting warm.
Like Quest for Fire.
Yeah.
What are you going to do when it flames up?
Try not to burn my whiskers off.
Yeah.
Well, of course, you put that into a prepared fire bed and you've got a fire.
Like that.
Yeah.
Good times.
All right. Ooh.
By getting more people interested in this, it makes for more people to play with. This is our 9th year, and we're still having fun doing it, so we'll keep doing it.